Hey everyone, Naoshi here. I just want to give you all a heads up that went ahead and made a forum post recently called Community Suggested Changes for Maehwa. So what this is about is this is a gathered up amount of changes from different various sources via KR players or the numerous amount of players that I've been in contact with, both in Discord and on other forums. But these are basically a series of changes that we have looked at that Maehwa could benefit from. Mostly quality of life type changes. Nothing like damage increases or anything like that. We feel that Maehwa is, in general, in a pretty solid place at this point in time in comparison to other classes. We have our particular areas that we're lacking in, and some things that kind of get us caught pretty easily that don't feel right. And those are the kinds of things that we're bringing up in this particular post. I went ahead and gathered everyone's information that they were looking for on this particular subject and made a list of sorts, both of normal changes that we'd like to see, and of course the highlighted some greedy changes that we would also like to see, but we would not expect to see, kind of thing. Like I said, most of these are quality of lifestyle changes. Stuff like Moonrise having the first stab with either a super armor or frontal guard, or maybe some, fixes that should have been done a long time ago, such as forward tack, causing you to get locked in place. And I provided a video for that, as you see. Other things like Tenacious Edge, Tip of the Iceberg, no longer having an animation lock so that you can escape if you misjudge a situation, just like you could with Cloud Stab, and I can show that as an example as well. But a lot of other neat things in here. Pedal Drill leap animation sped up a little bit so that we can avoid predictable movements. Pedal Drill, for example, grab classes can easily read that kind of animation and then grab you mid-air, which you have no control over at that point, and then do their combos on you and kill you. And other little things for pre-weakening, like Charge Evasive Shot. That's kind of more my thing. I feel like the iframe's a little short and hard to time properly. Evasive Shot not even having an iframe is weird in my opinion. Sticky Snowflake. I feel that this needs a frontal guard. It would open up a lot of potential possibilities for usage, both in large scale, small scale, and 1v1 encounters. So I feel like that would be a very welcome change. Hell, if anything, out of all these, if we get just that, which would be pretty fair, I'd be happy. And I'm sure a lot of other Maehwa players would be as well. Other things would include 100% Pedal Drill or Pedal Bloom Super Armor. At the end of your stab animation, you're able to be CC'd fairly easily. So having a few extra frames after you do the stab to still be in Super Armor would be a nice addition into allowing you to chase out of that situation if you missed with it, or whatever the case is. It's a group PvP scenario. Neat ideas like what Vert came up with, Tiger Blade having a way for you to toggle exiting Tiger Blade. So right now you can go into Tiger Blade, and the only two ways to currently get out of it is to wait out the animation, which is 30 seconds, and sometimes you're just kind of sitting there in Tiger Blade, like not really doing anything, because the combat aspects of Tiger Blade are, to be fair, useless. And the only other way to do it on demand would be to de-equip and re-equip your weapon, or if you have a backup Zarka, you can swap them in and out, and then that's a way to get out of Tiger Blade pretty effectively. But that just seems clunky. It doesn't feel like it's very well designed. And Tiger Blade's had a number of issues for a long time as it is, but at the very least, using it for its escape mechanics, having the ability to toggle it on and off to be able to enter the state to gain that iframe and then exit the state to get the iframe, I feel that would be a pretty nice addition to our kit. At least make it more valuable and useful. people have more interest in actually using it. Other things like blooming, having a better stun connectivity would be nice. I think that's mostly due to accuracy issues, because the skill itself really doesn't have too much accuracy on it. And same thing applies to decapitation. Decapitation honestly needs huge damage buffs, even in Jin state. And the stun just doesn't seem to connect all the time as well, even if you do have really high accuracy versus your target. I don't know, those two particular skills feel weird. Blooming I use more regularly, so I see where the issues are with the connectivity, but I do have a lot of success with it too, so it's kind of iffy on what the actual issue is. So, if you could, if you feel like these changes would benefit the Maehwa class and you want to support them, just go to the forum. I'll post the link in the actual video, and make sure you check the comments for that, and go ahead and give a like and comment on it if you feel that you want to add anything to it, because this is a community-based approach to try to offer up some suggested changes to the devs. And the only reason why we're doing this is because KR players were suggesting that we contact them, and I make mention of that here. So, alright. Well, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks, everyone.